Owning a Subaru is like a lifestyle. I know that sounds weird, but it's totally true. You even drive down the road and there's always somebody out there like, in another Subaru, spotted! Hey man, and you always like wave. It's much more than just owning a car. There's more to it. My name is Sally McNulty and I have a 2007 Subaru WRX. I am a time attack driver with Team Stamp Performance.
My name is Markos and I drive a 2006 Subaru WRX, which is set up for street all-wheel drive with global time attack. I have a handful of podiums. I also set 5 track records last year. I have all the track records in Southern California at Button Willow, Auto Club Roval, Auto Club Infield, Streets of Willow, and Big Willow. My mom passed away in October of 2008 from breast cancer, and she was always the one that kind of pushed me to get into cars. She was big into cars herself, and I thought what better way to kind of promote awareness with doing, the pink livery on it. It's got a built short block from IAG. We run a Honeywell Garrett GTX 3076, Ignite ethanol, big injectors. Pretty aggressive car, makes 580 horsepower to the wheels on high boost. It's a pretty lethal weapon on track.
Since I started competing in 2013, I'd say I've done pretty well. I had 16 podium finishes. So this is the car I use that compete in street all-wheel drive with global time attack. We've come a long way with this car. 2.5 liter closed deck block by IAG Performance. They also did the custom machine work on the heads, cylinder heads as well. It's powered by a Cobb 20G turbo and a front mount intercooler kit. It is tuned on Ignite E85 on a Cobb access port by Stamp Performance Arizona. We have a custom mount splitter built by KSR, but we don't have it on right now, that we normally use for competition. We do have the Voltex front bumper. We have a chassis mount wing that is strong enough that you can stand on it. Sibon carbon trunk, and also our hood that is removable, just in case we have to work on the engine bay. It's easy to get to. Now interior-wise, we have a Sparkle Evo seats. We have a Sparkle wheel. We have, of course, our access port that helps us monitor all of our data. I get a lot of questions about Bro Photo Forever, and this is our friend Kyle that recently had died, and he was one of the people that always came to the track with us. He took a lot of photos and he did a lot of candid shots, and we really didn't ever go to the track without him. He recently died, and so I put him on my car so he's with us every time we go to the racetrack. We won't go there without him, and he's still here.
I also have a 2005 Subaru Impreza RS. It's just an RS, it's pretty slow. It has a Borla unequal length header, and then it has airlift suspension. It's got a bunch of adjustable suspension bits to help dial in the alignment for it. We run the Work VS KF wheel. It's a 18 by 9.5 with a 215/35 Federal tire. We run -6 degrees of camber all the way around. I just wanted to make something cool, and this was kind of the end result.
I have stamped multiple cars in my day. I still like stamps. I have a race car, but I still love stamps. I love the look. I'm not dogging on people who do stamp stuff. I love it. I feel like the internet favors stamped cars and show cars over track cars, and mostly because it's easy. It's easy. You can put some suspension on your car, you can lower it, you can put some wheels on it, dial it in.
I think for some people, it's mostly that instant gratification is what people look for nowadays. And with Instagram and Snapchat and you guys see it too. You start to type in stance, there's like 75 different pages. Like I said, I like the function of having a fast car, but I also really like the form and like the aesthetic and stuff like that. Little things on this car, like it has matching camber, so when it's rolling, it looks really good. The aero kit with the Cusco and the charge speed stuff flows together really well. It's not overstated like a lot of the cars you see now with like crazy colors. Honestly, for what it is, I have no complaints with it. I love it. I love it being slow because it's nice and low.
My daily driver is a 2017 STI. and it's pretty stock until a couple days ago. We decided that we wanted to really showcase that car to show people that you don't need a splitter or a wing or all this crazy aero to have fun at the racetrack. Some people just want a fun weekend warrior that they can drive to the racetrack, do a couple of laps, and go home. And I'm right there with you because I want to track my daily too. You know, I get a lot of questions from people. How did you get into racing? It's really simple. I signed up for a track day. That was pretty much it. I had a coworker who said, Sally, you should sign up for a track day. It's a lot of fun. And I was like, what is a track day? I signed up for said track day and I had a blast. And that was it. There is tons of organizations out there that can help you to just go out and have fun in your car.
A lot of people assume that if you want to do a track day, you need to spend $5,000 before you get there. I need to do sway bars, I need to do coilovers, I gotta have our compound tires, I gotta do this, that, whatever. I just tell people, take your car as it sits, go out and drive it. You don't need our compound tires off the bat, you don't need slicks. All that's gonna do is cover up terrible driving habits. People get in this really bad habit of just wanting to throw the book at the car before it's ever even set a wheel on track. I don't agree with that. You should be able to learn the car at its limits. Like if you can push a stock car to the point where it's its fastest and then you start to add little bits and pieces here and there and make it something special, you're gonna be 10 times faster than the guy that showed up with every single suspension piece on the car, the best tires, the lightest wheels. Like you'd be literally running circles around the guy because you're able to progress with the car and become fast.
I actually started a YouTube channel where I'm going to start building my daily driver, which I take to work, into a fun weekend warrior. First we did the Cobb Stage 1, where we put a new intake in the intake box, we put an exhaust on, and we flashed over the map. Car sounds fantastic. I'm in love with the car again. Like, it's really exciting.
Honestly, like, Cobb stuff is great, the people there are great, their customer service is great. That's why they have such a big footing in the Subaru community. And the cool thing is they develop a lot of stuff with, you know, using the customer base to help better the product.
So the next time we're gonna do maybe some suspension upgrades, some brake upgrades, and some wheels. And then in a couple of weeks, we're actually gonna take it to the track and we're gonna see what we can do with it. I think a lot of people want to take their daily driver out to the racetrack and just have fun. They're not looking to put down the fastest lap time, but they want to see what they could do in it.
I love that Subaru rumble, even though my race car is equal length, so you lose the rumble, but just I'll never forget the first time I sat in the Subaru. I'm like, I gotta have this.
I think there's a moment where a lot of drivers, they get that moment that just kind of clicks and something happens. And I feel like I'm on the edge of that. Next year, 2018, it's gonna be good. I feel really, really good.